With the NFL draft coming up, there's a lot of speculation about what the Chicago Bears will do with their first overall pick. They do have 2 first-round picks in the top 10 after making a trade with the Carolina Panthers last year so that the Panthers could go get Bryce Young. And now people are assuming that they're going to go out and draft Caleb Williams with the first overall pick to replace Justin Fields, trade away Justin Fields, and maybe go after someone like Marvin Harrison Jr. with their next first-round pick. And this is a huge issue that I'm seeing with so many NFL franchises. You have a young quarterback who maybe doesn't perform the same way that you expected him to in the first couple of seasons, but then they give up on him right away and give up on him so fast. And Justin Fields has not got a fair opportunity in the NFL. He came into a situation where the Chicago Bears had one of the worst rosters in the NFL, especially on offense. Their defense was solid, but their offense was absolutely horrendous. And throughout the first 3 seasons of his career, has actually played not bad. In his first season, sure, he didn't play amazing. He had 7 touchdowns to 10 interceptions and a 73.2 passer rating. But in the last 2 years, his completion percentage, yards, touchdowns, and interceptions have all improved. And in 2022, he threw for 17 touchdowns and 11 picks with 2,200 yards. And then this past season, even while missing a couple of games, he had 2,500 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions with an 86.3 rating. And these stats, while they're not eye-popping, they're not even all-pro level, they're solid for someone in the offense that Justin Fields has been placed in. And NFL teams have become so quick to move on from a quarterback after 1 or 2 or 3 seasons of mediocrity. And even if they haven't put the team around them that they need, they still move on from the quarterback and they make the quarterback the scapegoat. And they don't really give a quarterback a fair chance. If you look at a guy like Patrick Mahomes, sure, he sat behind Alex Smith for a year, then came in and threw for 50 touchdowns in his first year. But not every quarterback is going to be like that. If you look at Peyton Manning was kind of not really good in his first few seasons in the NFL, but after a while, he became one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And that's with him holding the all-time interceptions record for a rookie with, I believe, 27. And as we're looking at Justin Fields, he is a dynamic player on the ground and through the air. In 2 of his games this year, in back-to-back games versus the Broncos and versus the Commanders, he passed for 335 yards and then 282 yards in the next game, both with 4 touchdowns. And that is an incredible 2-game stretch, and it showed just how dynamic that he can be if he's placed in an opportunity to win. So for the Bears, I think that your priority has to be putting a good team around him, at least until the end of his rookie contract, which has 2 more years left on it. And for a guy that you spent high draft capital on, you have to invest something into him. And especially while he's still on his rookie contract, you don't really have to make a decision about whether to pay him or not for at least another year, possibly 2. And if you let him walk in free agency, if you decide that he's not good enough, then you can draft a quarterback in a couple of years. And if you're looking at Caleb Williams has shown to not be quite the mature leader that you're hoping that he can be. So is there any guarantee that he's going to be an upgrade over Justin Fields, especially in an offense and team as poor as the Chicago Bears? There's really no guarantee. And I think that Justin Fields definitely needs more time to grow and develop and a better team around him. If you put Justin Fields in a system like even the Houston Texans, where you have a new coach in DeMeco Ryans, you have good young receivers, and you have a talented play caller, then I think that he could have thrived in the Texan system. But if you look even last year at Bryce Young versus CJ Stroud, these 2 quarterbacks are very similar in talent, but both of them got put in different situations, and therefore CJ Stroud made the playoffs, and Bryce Young had a terrible rookie season, both statistically and as a team. So you really can't base it off of the quarterback solely, and you have to put a good team around them before giving up on them. And that's why this era of the NFL really bothers me, because everyone needs to win so fast, and you don't really let a full rebuild play out in its entirety before moving on from the quarterback after 2 or 3 years, like they seem to be doing with Justin Fields. And Carolina fans are already calling for Bryce Young to be benched and stuff. So it's just unbelievable to see, because I grew up in an era where If you weren't good in your first 2 to 3 seasons, then you were given time. Josh Allen wasn't great in his first couple seasons, and now he's considered to be an all-pro quarterback and was an MVP candidate this year. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the month. God bless you all.